touch. That's that king. Now step up in the ring. Wow, with the raps, the fact you can sing. But no matter how you flow, go for the throat. Spotlight hits, stick your hand to the glow. Who's just beginning? Who's already pro? Ain't just in it, I'm a star of the show. Star of the show me what you got, I can spot some talent. You still got squash and you fought so valiant. If I come for some blood, gonna cop a gallon. I came from the mud, I just got some balance. Now who's gonna bring it the most? And who's gonna coast? Who'll get bread and get toasted? Who's getting smoked like a note? And who's gonna ghost? Who'll try rigging the votes? Yeah, I can roll my smoke, and got the flow, can hold the notion. I don't pose or know the notion, I oppose you, rose and host it. Always posted with no focus, go through motions and it's hopeless. If you boasting, then I'm roasting coast to coast, and people vote not for you. Y'all see steam when I step up from the booth. 6 feet deep, get my beats from a tomb. And a 6 clean sweep, not with squeegees or brooms. If you spit means beef, then I'm eating. I'll step up to the plate if you're ready to ball. A couple vets meet the greats, but so many will fall. When your reps on the line could be ending the call. No, y'all keep the rings, I want heads on my wall. There's plaques full of rappers and singers alike. This ain't about clout, it's what you bring to the mic. You can spit it, flow it, sing it, or just wing it and fight. Who is Disney put you singers on ice? Think you the what? Better square up. Show those folks who oppose you the cut. That's that king. Now step up in the ring. Wow, with the raps, the fact you can sing. But no matter how you flow, go for the throat. Spotlight hits, stick your hand to the glow. Who's just beginning? Who's already pro? Ain't just in it, I'm a star of the show. Star of the show. You're the true, the one. The poet whose soul can move the sun. Let the weapon, no use for guns. Throw it in the queue, you're done. Rated. Most want players get glazed, claim hatred. Folks be amazed, they ain't paid, it ain't made it. Stole the picture out the frame, copy paste, claim they painted. Who's the best in the basement? That's rated. No fame in the moat with these basement raps. Yet I still rock the boat like my wave was cracked. Go glow, they a go, only made a track. Most don't want the smoke, just get laid to ash. Dust them, cut from the percussion, lips split from the kick, face chopped like a mutton. Smoke crops in a buzzing. The truth is just ducking. This deuces be bluffing out my way before it's something like it's nothing. White collar rhymer, every sesh profesh. X knows no less, best invest in checks. Fresh to death, yes, to the nines I'm dressed. Quick flip from the 6, never mind my stress. Shh, the show is starting. Sun's gone down and the ocean's parted. You want one round, then you hope departed. When they bump my sound, gonna go, you think you're the what? Better square up. Show those folks who oppose you the touch. That's that king. Now step up in the ring. Wow, with the raps, the fact you can sing. But no matter how you flow, go for the throat. Spotlight hits, stick your hand to the glow. Who's just beginning? Who's already pro? Ain't just in it, I'm a star of the show. You think you're the what? Better square up. Show those folks who oppose you the touch. That's that king. Now step up in the ring. Wow, with the raps, the fact you can sing. But no matter how you flow, go for the throat.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to the somewhat honest music review show here at White Collar Rhymes. I am Dice. I'm here to listen to some music. It is the middle of June. What up, Nax? June 15th, 10 a.m. my time. I know Nax is over in Europe enjoying his afternoon. Probably got some tunes for him to rock out to. Bird, I think, is in Vegas or coming back from Vegas. I don't know. Don't care. Because it's time to do some stuffs. How's everybody doing today out there? Hold on, let me move this over here. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, how are y'all doing? Everybody good? Everybody have a good week? Ready for next week? All that jazz? Yeah, no, maybe. What was that song? That song is from our Square Up Song League. So we're having a song competition in a league format. And the artists are matched up, artist versus artist each round, given different criteria to create songs against. And that particular song, whenever there was a bye week, the intention was to have the leftover artists make a intro track for the review shows. So that was X-Raider who made our first intro in the first bye week that we had in round one. We had another bye week, but never got a track for that one. So X-Raider is enjoying the glory of being the opener for the show, and it'll stay that way probably for the foreseeable future because never got another track. So some good promo for X-Raider. All right. I'm not I'm doing all right. Uh, woke up, went back to sleep, took a nap. I'm here now. I don't know. That's pretty much my day so far. Watched some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the classic 1990s animation version. I haven't watched any of the recent seasons of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I wonder if they're any good. I don't know. I feel like the turtles they could get more violent, but also I think then it probably wouldn't be much of a kids show. I don't know. I feel like if you're running around with two katanas, some size, people should be getting like stabbed and poked up, right? But nah, that doesn't ever happen. Nobody gets sliced up by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They just get beat up and then sent home to do it again. So maybe one day, right? I'm sure there's some fan version of it on YouTube where they're like murdering people and, people are loving it. But whatever. All right, let's get to the show. We're here to listen to music from our Discord community. I'll listen to it, give it a rating 1 through 10, and give it a couple of points that I hear from my ears and eyes, maybe if it's a video. And then we'll keep it moving. If at any point in the queue that you want to skip to the very front of the line, you can do so by tipping or gifting a sub. Or if you're not a sub, you can subscribe. I'm going from the channel in our Discord community called Free Feedback Sundayz, just starting at the top from when the queue was last closed right here, and then working my way down from the bottom. So as I listen to it, I'll put a green check mark next to it. If it's a tip, I will find that track and I'll put a check mark and a dollar sign next to it. That way we know why I'm skipping out of order. If I miss you for some reason, because there's a lot of things going on in the queue or whatever, just let me know. No big deal. We'll get it figured out. Yeah, I'd love a R-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie of sorts. I mean, I think it worked for like the Marvel films. Deadpool got a whole lot of pats on the back because they didn't shy away from it. I feel like the same could be said for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think they could get away with even like a PG-13. No, I think the ones before were PG-13. I think they could get away with an R-rated movie. A little more violence. But I also think it would like stain the image. So I don't know how people would react to it. I think with Marvel and such, it was a little bit easier pathway to go because I don't know. There wasn't too many, I'd say, before Marvel started, animations with the Marvel characters live and ongoing, but whatever. All right. Anyway, enough about comics and animation. Let's get started with some music. Everybody ready? First up, Sleek Ivory would like feedback on the mix arrangement, sound selection, and overall potential to positively appeal to the general public. Okay. Here is a beat by Sleek Ivory. This is called Beat for Potentially Ads. I don't do the dishes at 3 a.m. anymore. That was me last year. up, Del Boy? Oh yeah, I forgot I turned on Kick today. Shout out to everybody over on Kick. That was Sleek Ivory. I like that. I think a lot of your production has a lot of sounds sometimes that either clash or don't belong, or I wouldn't say don't belong, but maybe they can be separated into different compositions. I think you did a good job on this one, keeping it simple and sticking to like a theme with the sound that you had here. I think the mix is good. I don't hear anything that really stands out too much or I didn't get enough of. The arrangement feels good. I think that this would work good for advertising if that's what you're trying to position it for. I could see this being in like a laundry ad or, something that isn't like overly serious. I think that this would work in a lot of settings. So I like it for what you've described. I would give it a 8 out of 10 for that. I think the only thing that may not work in an ad space is the drums. Maybe it would be substituted for just a bass, because you don't really hear like strong kicks in like advertisements, right? It's really just the melody that people are going for, the jingle. So that would be like the only thing. But I think, as it is, people would hear the sound and then make the adjustments from there. So I think it's cool. Good start to the show. 8 out of 10. All right. Those were tips. Next up, American Josh, the Genie. Shout out to American Josh. I was browsing on Twitch the other day and I saw him on some other show talking in the chat.
I walked the sun for 1,000 years. I've seen a million faces, cried a billion tears, but I've never seen something quite like you. With one look you break my heart in two. I am the genie, your wish is my command, but I'd rather be buried in the sand than I wouldn't have to feel all this pain. It's enough to make a god insane. Power flows from my voice and my hands. You recognize but don't understand. Without a choice, rotting on the vine. You hear my voice, but I can't make you mine. I am the genie, but I've no more wishes for you. You had your time, but your time is through. Yeah, there was magic for me than you. So cast away across the blue. can make you mine. I can make you mine.
All right, that was American Josh, aka Emerson South. I feel like we've heard everything on this project now. I just checked. There's 12 songs on this project with that cover art. I feel like we've heard everything now. I would say that this was probably the best one on that project, unless there's like one or two that we haven't heard. But all these songs, we've said this before, me and Bird have said this to you before, is that all these songs definitely feel like they have like a live bar atmosphere to it where it would feel good in those settings. I think this one has probably the most appeal outside of that venue. However, you know, it is one of those things, like I do want to hear something new from you where it's not like Del Boy on our Kick channel said, like the lyrics, like I feel like you need a song where the lyrics aren't so involved, like something that's more catchy from a lyrical standpoint. Your sound is good, you have a great voice, the instrumentation that you play is dope. I think the absence of the keyboard on this one, or not as much keyboard melody, played a good part in this breathability. But yeah, I just want to hear you on something new, man. Like I think we've got our full of this project. I get it. You could tour at every dive bar in the world and probably, you know, live off of that if that's the lifestyle you want to have. But I want to hear you make some like studio music, not some live sound music, because I know that you're good at the live sound music. I give this an 8. I give it an 8 based off of, like, if I had to compare it to everything else on this project, I think this one. This is to pick up on to tell you that's any different than the feedback that we've given you on the other tracks, aside from a listenability, trying to maintain the different chats, because they just added the actual integration with this Talk Studio platform that we're using. So now the chat, I can actually see it with the other chats, because before we had to have a separate window and it just got too much to juggle. So that's the only reason, I think. All right, next up, Morphix joined our show on Wednesday, I believe. Oh no, he came in last Sunday. Yeah, just joined after we finished up the queue. All right, here's Mayday Morphix. Let's see what this is.
Yeah. Money stay real, yeah. You know I stay real, yeah. Brought a brand new whip, yeah. Barrel on my hip, yeah. Every day, new payday. I just pull up. Mayday, it's a mayday. Hey, yeah, going crazy. Save me, you can't save me. No, do this for my dogs. But right now I took off. Every time I try to go off, no, I don't stop at no malls. I don't win about me some cars. So let me be down her walls. They waiting on me to fall. I could probably teach you how to ball. Snatch her, she love me cause I'm up. You love me, I love the stuff. I'm just so afraid to get my heart. Leave a signal before we even start. Commitment ain't no little walk in the park. Are you with me through the light and through the dark? Because me and the cash never apart. Drugs gon' kill you if you got your bag, yeah. Okay, then I feel ya. Money stay real, yeah. You know I stay real, yeah. Brought a brand new whip, yeah. Rammer on my hip, yeah. Every day, new payday. I just pull up. Mayday, it's a mayday. Hey, yeah, going crazy. Save me, you can't save me. Money on my mind, so I don't got no fucking time. They don't be truth, but you ain't even here, yeah. You ain't even care, yeah. Drugs gon' kill ya if you got your bag up. Okay, then I feel ya. Money stay real, yeah. You know I stay real, yeah. Ride a brand new whip, yeah. Rammer on my hip, yeah. Every day, new payday. I just pull up. Mayday, it's a mayday. Hey, yeah, going crazy. Save me, you can't save me.
Okay. Extra 40 seconds of beat there at the end. Probably could trail that out a little bit sooner if there's no vocals there. All right, that was Morphix with Mayday. I think it's a very cool modern sound. I think the mix is fine because at least your vocals are on top of the beat and you aren't being washed away by it. The one thing that I would criticize on this is vocally you do the same style all the way through the entirety of the track, and it gets fatigued to listen to. Like, it's very repetitive sound wise. The way that you deliver the lines doesn't change up at all. It's always dun 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 dun. Like, it's the same thing in the same cadence of voice over and over again. And after about halfway through, I felt like I got the point of it, and the song still had like another minute to go. So I would say you need a little bit more variety in like the delivery and how you perform it. But I think that you do have, a talent there, and the mix is fine. It's just, it feels pretty plateaued at the halfway mark. Like, there's nothing new for me to discover after I get halfway through the song. So ideally, I would want some more variety in how you deliver what you're saying. Also, the topics are very, very generic as well. So I would say those things are the things that stood out to me. But objectively, I would give this a 7 out of 10. All right, next up, Devi, Passive's homeboy. Let's see what we got today. This is called Valuable. It's missing an A. Okay.
You want me up and then you want me up and then you eat me like a cannibal. Yeah, but honestly, sometimes girl, I think you're too valuable. Yeah, it's the last time when you take me back. Hop on to the right, is you just keep? Yeah, you have my word and I be serious. I've been hooked onto your vibe and feel like LSD. Yeah, don't mention me unless you calling out for me. I got this lover, baby, I ain't got no weed. I need some singers, baby, you disturb my peace. I carry all this wealth for nothing, you just want a piece. Yeah, I take them drugs and I lay down cause they'll put my mind at ease. Rock with Southside on 100 fucking trees. I can tell that fuckers really envy me. I can tell that lately I've been MVP. Now we hopping out the fucking limousine. Hang on tight, I play a song. Baby, I need you to take that off. How the fuck you think that I've been soft? When you walk into my life and then you break it off. You think I care when you say that you'll cut me off. I thought you cared when you said that you love me more. Don't think that we could ever even up the score, cause we gon' keep on fucking up each other more. Baby, you can text me. Take your time, I can work on your reply. Yeah, you're mine, I don't wanna waste our time. Yeah, you're mine, I don't wanna lose a dime. I need you next to me. When I'm rolling around the block, I need your company. It's like Jordan in his prime, I'm feeling 23, yeah. Living heavenly, chasing commas while you chasing me. Baby, I don't think that it's the right time to. Is that your lover, it's the white lines you fucked up and I think it's the 5th time. Cut it off, man. They got take away your life, there ain't no progress. Have you ever felt the type of pain where you can't even digest? And smoking all this gas to get the feelings out of my chest. Look back into my life and see how much time I spent. And I forget you, baby, you been with me ever since the young and in the projects. I can never forget you, baby, cause ever since I was a youngin', I always wait for your text. Baby girl, let me get into your life, I'm sick of nonsense. I work too hard to ever deal with all this nonsense. I work too hard to ever worry about your diet. It's been 3 months, I bet you missing that we had sex. I got 2 girls, I love them both, they're like my princess.
What up, Ray? Hardly hear any of this part. All right, that was Devi with Valuable. Shout out Nax with the sub during that song. Yeah, the ending there, if you're gonna do a little outro smack talking, it was hard to hear all of that. It was just too low volume wise. I think the song was cool. I think this is probably one of the handful, and when I say handful, I mean like less than 3 or 4 songs where Devi actually consistently stayed on a topic. Because usually he's just like money, cars, bitches. Oh yeah, I love my grandma type stuff. So it was good that this topic wise stayed consistent. I still am me personally, this is just my personal opinion, I'm still a fan of like the natural sounding voice, and I feel like at times this was just over processed. It's just like over modulated with the auto tune or the wave tune, whichever one of the 5 tune plugins that you use out there. It just feels over modulated at times, where I feel like if you're gonna sing, some natural vibrato, some natural sounds could be a bit better, rather than it just sounding like, you know, full on automation. But I would say that at least mix wise, your vocals are present where it needs to be on the beat. Maybe it's somewhere between that, the processing and your pronunciation, where some of the words get a little bit mumbled and slurred. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it just happened like a couple of times where I was listening and didn't quite catch what you said. But I think it's okay overall. I would say the biggest things that stood out is just the outro and the over processing. So I give this a 7. I think it's on par with the last track that we heard. But shout out Debbie. All right, next is just subbed. Find this here. Nax, you got something in the queue? Who is that? We heard all that. Oh my gosh. There we go. All right. Welcome to Subscriber World, Nax. All right. This was made a couple days ago. Let's see what this is. Isn't a trap beat today? I noticed that. Didn't say trap. Let's see what Nax has for us. Hmm.
X on the beat.
Okay. I like this a lot. I think the drums hit pretty hard. I like the arrangement and the melodies. The only thing that really kind of stood out to me on this one is right around here. This part feels a little bit too empty. I don't know. I feel like maybe some subtle hi-hat or something to keep it not feel that emptiness. I think it would work if, if I had to imagine some vocals on it, maybe it would be, less apparent from a just listen to it standpoint. It just felt a little too 2 decibels or something. It's a little bit on the loud side, but I think overall it's a dope arrangement. I think you got a nice track here. I would give this a it's a beat. Give it a good 7.5. I think it's solid. I like what I heard. I also try to remember as I'm doing this kind of stuff that in a normal listening setting, you don't really pick apart things. So unless people ask me for like specific stuff like Sleek Ivory, he said, how would this sound as a beat playing as an advertisement? Unless people really ask me those kind of specific things, I try to also put myself in the perspective of if this just came on randomly and I'm not sitting here on this stream, would I nitpick those things, right? Because I feel like a lot of times people just say extra bullshit when they're critiquing things just for show and dance, and I'm just like a sonic appeal guy. Like if it sounds good to me, it sounds good. So I'm not gonna like say, oh, I wish that you had a trumpet in the background, unless I really think that I would think that from a listening standpoint. But yeah, I like that a lot. Next up, Cereal. Man, I could go for some Cereal right now. AKA Yali. Here is All Smiles. And I was just talking to somebody about Smiles and South Star yesterday. Crazy. Full circle.
Fuck what they talking about. If he's snitching on my head, might have to stretch him out. GPS is stable, no question in my whereabouts. For the gym, I'm multi-perks, I had to sweat it out. Shorty ripped me up to share 'em, but it's not my style. I would cancel out this bitch, but it's not my style. They think you really him if you fit the profile. With the birds, make you spin a quarter mile. These niggas pussy and they never straight to your face. That's why I trip them up on purpose just to watch them fade. I only care if you're real for what you make. Look like Emerald Lagasse, pull up all his cake. If you talk about the past and we don't know about it. I used to want your love, I had to go without it. If I had to go and switch, it wouldn't be a problem. If you pick me a new bitch, I might need both of them. I've been living in reverse, I feel like Benjamin Button. I'm talking to a ghost cause it ain't mean nothing. Put a Dover Street marker, had the console. Why she think she love me like a man? Cause she know that she a baddie and Celine. Yeah. Got me rock hard in my chrome hard jeans. Yeah. Looking like the Mandarin with all these rings. I'm in this bitch, push my money till extinction. When I'm dressing out, then they showing me distinction. Cancel all the clout, cause these niggas talking fiction. Block Harry Potter, get you gone like an eviction. I just left up at a Heathrow. I've been ducking cover like I'm Nemo. Going off like a bomb, bitch, we C4. Put you phone on my face so I can't see nobody. Better talk to me nicely, bitch, I'm not your buddy. Everything been on stuff, everything been on go. Yeah. I've been walking in the valley with the crows. Living in the fourth dimension with the living in reverse, I feel like Benjamin Button. I'm talking to a ghost cause it ain't mean nothing. Pull the Dover Street marker, had the console. Why she think she love me like a million songs? I can't help you with your problem, guess I can relate. 20 pointers in my teeth, I call it heaven's gate. I twirl my fingers to the moon up like the ace of spades. I don't know you in my circle, fuck up out my face. It would be my pleasure to never ever dare you up. Got some purple in my system, it go dumb as fuck. Dub mixing up the colors in my double cup. Shooters round the corner, shooters overseas to bag you up.
All right, that was All Smiles by Yali. I think the instrumentation is good choice. I think the song is fine. It's just the same thing that I said about Morphix a few tracks back. You have the same cadence all the way through, and there's no variety from a listening standpoint. That it feels like the same thing that I heard the first 30-40 seconds and the last 30-40 seconds. There's really no variety sound wise for me. I do think that the vocals also are a little bit too set into the beat. I would say that you need more clarity to be more present and on top of it. That way we can hear what you're actually saying a little bit better. I think that would probably also go a long way to breaking up something. But it also feels a little bit muffled. I don't know if that's necessary. I don't know your mic situation, your mic quality. If I had to guess, I would say it's more so proximity to the mic. It feels like you're super close to the mic because I can hear a little bit of like the mouth mannerisms and some of the pronunciation more than anything. So I think if you step back like 4 or 5 inches from the microphone, use a couple of compressors or a vocal leveler to get a little bit more clarity and balance out of the vocals, it would probably add a little bit more presence to the track overall. But I think the main thing that I hear, it's a good track, but again, you hit a plateau of what I'm experiencing as a listener, a first time listener. You got to shake things up. You got to like switch up the flow. You got to like stop, go high, go low, those kind of things, those kind of elements keep people like interested in what you're doing from a vocal presentation. It's a decent song. I give it a 7. All right, Mac Raps, Wizard Freestyle. Please don't be about wizards. Please don't be about wizards. Please don't be about wizards.
Designer brain up on my shoulder, help me hide the pain. Don't look inside my eyes, I'm on a milligram. Without it, I go straight insane. Without it, I can't take the pain. I'm just trying to sip some, I'm just trying to get some. I've been in prescription. You should see the way I live, but ain't got me missed up. Light it from my platform. They hold I got some wisdom. Yeah, my bitch here where they rich, but I'm trying to get my rich. But I'm like a brain and rich. Need I put down need for this. They don't want me if I'm wizard. You should see the way I seal. You should see the way I will. You should see the way I drill. You should see the way I trip when I take that acid through. Yeah, couple years ago I would have run it with a mask. Hey, fuck it, I don't even give a bang. Hey, living every single day like it's my last day. Living every single day I get a cash tree. I've been getting so much cash on my back. Yeah, I go get a cash, I'm like a cash machine. Going full time, sipping on the lean. Yeah, they tell me I'm the code, I said I'm the man. Yeah, one day I know I'll blow up like Taliban. Yeah, look, yeah, sip this cup, I pull, sip it, cup, I pull, brother, show, yeah, she see me glow, ready to throw, Designer clothes, they help my pain. Get rich on shows, I'm at a bank. Don't need no hoes, I got my veins. Switch my flow, I go with 30. Yeah, I get it max pay. Yeah, 12 pull me over, they can't catch me. Yeah, I freestyle every song, and I'm in this song. Running get my footy, bitch, I like a scrimmage song. So walk your shame when I point out your extension song. She give me brain, and I put it in the kitchen, huh?
Beat is killing me. The beat is very loud and obnoxious. I guess that's probably more in the cloud rap genre. The beat takes a lot out of this for me. And also your vocals are hard to hear over that beat. And it's labeled as a freestyle, which feels like it's trying to get me to not critique the lyricism and the style of the song as much. But I feel like as a complete package, it's below the bar it needs to be in order to be appealing. Like I can't hear what you're saying because you're washed out by the beat. The beat has super jarring sounds in it, which are harsh on the ears, and it just kind of vocally and lyrically, it just kind of meanders all over the place. I do like that you had like different moments where you try like different things vocally, like with pronouncing things differently and whatnot throughout. So that was good, ear candy. But just overall, the presentation is just like, I know there's a subset of people on our Discord and just out in the world who like just loud music in general, but it doesn't strike me as appealing on first listen. So I say that to say that you're targeting a very small subset of people, and if they like it, they love it. For me, this was not where I expected to hear this, mainly because it was hard to hear you vocally. I give it a 5. I don't hate it necessarily, but I think there's a lot of things that could have been done differently to make this better. All right. I think at the top of the hour, I'm going to shut down the queue so that I'm not sitting here all day. But I think we'll get through a couple more before that happens. Here is JJF Music with Every Day. Is this all the lyrics? It's got to be more for a 2-minute song, unless it's like Little John style.
Marco.
Maybe it is.
And yes, I gotta say, I get money every day. Get it better every way. They say my work is like on me. In my city, on my back. Work myself up out the track. I remember smoking pack. Swerving lanes and sipping, yeah. Steady out in Benjamins. My Spanish home, they cinnamon. A cousin from Dominican. They see a op that's in my me.
Okay. So all he's got is the chorus, and that's the chorus. Let me listen to that one more time.
And yes, I gotta say, I get money every day. Get it better every way. They say my work is like on me. In my city, on my back. Work myself up out the track. I remember smoking pack. Swerving lanes and sipping, yeah. Steady out in Benjamins. My Spanish home, they cinnamon. A cousin from Dominican. They see a op that's in my me.
Okay, if this is your chorus, you've got 4 lines too many. You should have ended it after swerving lanes and sipping yak. I like the rhyme scheme of the Benjamin Cinnamon Dominican Zimmerman, but that feels like the start of the verse. I would lead off your verse with that, even though her cousin from Dominican isn't grammatically correct. It works. But yeah, I think your hook is the first 8 lines. Those last 4 lines is not the hook. That's where the verse needs to start. Because otherwise, I was going to say you got too many damn words for this to be a hook. So that would be my feedback. I think it's fine. Everything I hear is fine, other than hook should not be 12 lines. There's not too many 12-bar choruses in the world that aren't sung. So I would leave you with that information to research. Is how often do you hear a song where the chorus is 12 lines, not 4, not this is necessarily super catchy, but I don't have anything against it. I guess I'll give it like a, I don't know, 6.5. It works. Oh, and then you posted a full song. Share with your mom and your grandma. Well, we'll save that for next show. Try to do one per person. That way we get through this in a timely fashion. So I'm gonna play Tagami next. Tagami. Matt Critter, Tony Snow sample type beat. Okay, here's See Her.
If you get lost in shadows,
Tagami.
you've reached your destiny. Between nightfall and dawn's glow, peculiar red if you
I like that. Yeah, I think I got it. I don't like the sample at all. The sample just feels like it's just too just lollygagging in the background, and I hate the snare. The snare sounds like Fruity Loops version 1 back in 2005 or 2006, whenever the hell Fruity Loops came out, and it first had the basic sounds that you would get out of it. I think the drum pattern is fine. I just don't like that snare, and the sample, it doesn't really add any value to this beat for me overall. I give this a 4. Calico James singing now. Uh-oh. Here's Hold You by Calico James. Take a deep breath.
And I could have told you I never known you. So who do I run to when you're not here? And I wanna hold you. If this life's a dream, let me sleep. If your love's a lie, let me believe. Dying of thirst next to the sea. Lord, no, you're not what I need. And where do I go to? When you're not here, and I need to hold you. So who do I go to when you turn away? Swear there's nothing left to say. I'm not one to break. I find need more than silence to end my day. Oh, so won't you stay and keep the Lord away? And who do I go to when you're not here? And I wanna hold you. Oh, should I pray? Oh, should I pray?
All right, that was Hold You by Calico James. Hold on. There's like a couple things I want to point out here.
So who do I go to when you turn away? Swear there's nothing left to say.
Right there. Like, it's probably very subtle and not many people are going to notice it, but in between you saying things, like I can hear you like inhale to take a breath and stuff like that. I hear that throughout this thing. Like, it's very subtle right here, but I can hear you like Breathe in for a second. So like post-production goes a long way. Clean up your vocals as best you can. Don't completely chop it out. I'm not saying like take the slicer and like slice it and dice it, because then you'll sound like very patchy if you have white noise in your vocals. So what I usually do for like breaths or anything like that is, if it's a breath, I'll slice it in the middle and then I'll fade it in and out. That way you still get that natural transition of words from one word to another. But if it's like before the verse or after the verse, yeah, fade that stuff out so that we're not hearing you gasp for air and get your breath control under, you know, wherever it needs to be. The other thing that I heard, and maybe this is just more so an overall thing for this track, I don't mind the singing. There's a lot of it that's off key and it just feels weird. But at the same time, I think that this is a good beat. However, you're singing to the beat, but you're not singing with the beat. Like, I feel like it can be down and like, you know, dreary, but you can still sing with the tempo. I feel like a lot of times you're just kind of singing the lyrics within the BPM, but you're not singing with the tempo of the beat. And I wish that you would ride the beat and use the beat as like a guide a lot more. Like, I don't know. I just felt that throughout, is like, rather than just kind of like meandering on top within the BPM, like use that beat as like a guide, like do some of the melodies with the same chords as the beat, stuff of that nature. So, you know, I'm not mad at the attempt. I see the vision. I just think the execution needs some fine tuning. I'll give it a 5. Archie. All right. After this, closing down the queue. So if you're out there watching and you wanted to get something listened to now or never, beyond that, only thing new added to the queue will be tips. So here is Archie with Amen Jazz Break. All right, that was Amen Jazz Break. It just feels dull overall. I think there's like something with those piano keys that what was it? Hold on, let me play that. There's something with the sound of it. It has like this high pitched noise added to it for some reason. I don't know whether it's because you have it layered with something or whatnot, but there's like this high pitched frequency that's added to the dun dun dun. Not necessarily the other piano that's playing. Got the sounds mixed up, but something high pitched is like sharp on the ears there. Overall, the melody is fine. It just, there's no variety to it. It just kind of stays at the same. And I think a lot of that flatline comes from just the piano, the particular piano you chose. Not necessarily that the keys are bad or that you did a bad job. It just feels very like, okay, I've heard what I have to hear, and what's next. So I would say be on the lookout for, those kind of things. Where it's at right now, I give it a 5. All right, those were tips from last show. Takami, we already heard. Kooky is still in the server, so we will listen to audio 2025 612.
Saga, I made it.
Good morning.
Try again.
I've had fucking enough of this shit. Oh my god. Look, the drum pattern was fine. I'm cool with the car horn as an added melody. I'm kind of even okay with the car alarm going off, but all of the goofy ass sound effects are too fucking loud, man. They're like way too fucking loud, annoyingly loud. And even that last one, that wasn't even on the tempo, wasn't even on beat. Why? I don't know what to do with this. It's goofy, it's silly. I'll give it a 3. Welcome back, Wu Sing. All right. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Twitch lately. It wasn't even working for Passive Friday evening when he was trying to stream. It's been stopping and restarting the last month for us. I don't know what they did, but if you run into any issues with Twitch, just refresh first and foremost, and hopefully we don't have to restart the stream. All right, that was Uncle Wu Tang. aka Wu-Tang, with a Work in Progress. I like the vibes of this. It reminds me of Streets of Rage from Sega Genesis. It reminds me of like the background music from like fighting games where you're, the beat 'em ups where you're just walking around through different scenes and punching out characters, and this kind of music would be playing in the background. I like it a lot. What's up, Raquel Records? Trying to think if there was anything that I didn't really like about it. Not really. I think that it's good. It's different. We don't get a lot of sounds like that. I think Wu-Tang has its own unique sound. I think everything lines up as far as the arrangement. I think the mix is solid. I'm not gonna sit here and nitpick any further. I think it's good. I give it a 7.5. No, I'll give it an 8. It's a smooth listen. I'm tripping. All right, got a tip from Casanova. What you got today, my man? Shout out to Casanova. I saw you got your topic from Swag Lean. You about to cook up something today? Let's do this one. Here is I'm Good by Casanova Westside featuring Shereel. And then we'll play his other song in the regular order of the queue. All right. Let's take a listen.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm carrying money that I don't be needing while working this 9 to 5. Signed to no label with shit that they offer it. I'ma feel better if I just decline. If they're not talking that shit that I'm talking, they really ain't giving me peace of mind. Taking on shorty, I'm busting her down. Fucking the cottage, she going inside. I pray to God that he give me this blessing. There's no facade when you getting arrested. I'm smoking weed, got no time for depression. You come to me, you'll be learning some lessons. House clean, won't be fucking this messy. I pop a bean till it feel like I'm sweating. The nigga, it's time to go. 95 when I hit the road. Drop a band at the liquor store. Drop a band when she hit the flow. Have your girl really singing some notes like, ooh, then we gon' drink some more. We're handling business and shit not important. My niggas be leaving the room. VLS know the brand in the gang. Money minded cause we learned it that way. See, all of that shit that you saying is not wrong. If you get down on the gang, you get stole on. I know a girl grabbing blunts with her nails long, and she be smoking that shit out the Jeep. If it's all up to me, I be dancing all over the song. Getting up at the crack of the dawn. Never get caught up on shit that you want. So really, nigga, what the fuck do you want? Basement, cause it's going down, she can taste it. Now how many licks do it take till I get to the center of what you be thinking? Now she envisioning me naked, but all I want is conversation. Money longer than the congregation. That's why I be working on my patience. Bitch, now I'm good. So fuck what you talking about. Fuck what you say, fuck what you mean, and fuck what you rap about. Cause nigga, now I'm good. So fuck what you talking about. Fuck what you say, fuck what you mean, and fuck what you rap about. Cause nigga, now I'm good.
You already know my motto, I don't give a fuck. I ain't stressing, no depression, I don't give a fuck. Roll a couple blunts, pull a cup of some. Won't stress me out, so give it up. Yeah, you know I'm good. I'ma be straight regardless. Niggas be hating, don't want me to make it, but I'ma be straight regardless. They smile in my face, but behind me they snaking, but I'ma be straight regardless. My face is so pretty, I'm flawless. My sound is so raw, I'm so flawless. Won't stop till we sell out the garden. Won't stop till we sell out arenas. And we got more hits than Aretha and Rihanna on my mama.
All right. Was I'm Good by Casanova Westside featuring Shereel. I like this. Let me start off by saying this is a good track. It feels imbalanced because your verse is so long and then her verse is short. It feels like it's kind of like heavy front end lopsided. Not a bad thing, just a like observation from a listening standpoint. I kind of wish that your verse was maybe, I don't know whether it's long enough to slice in half, but I wish that I heard what appeared to be the chorus a little bit sooner. That said, I think it was again a solid verse because you do a very good job of adding like variety into it. So it's not like I'm listening, like I've said with like 3 tracks today, where the artist kind of goes in and they find that one cadence, that one flow, and they just kind of stick to it and it plateaus. Like there's a lot of different levels to this where you change things up, and it kept it interesting. I just was kind of waiting for like, okay, where's the hook at in this thing? And you just kept rapping, which is fine. It's fine. The only thing that I would try, I guess, if you're going to leave it like that, the only thing that I would switch up with the arrangement is maybe put the hook at the beginning and the end, and then go straight from your verse into her verse. But that's neither here nor there. The other thing I was going to say is, did she record on a different mic? Because it sounds like her quality is different than yours, where it sounds a little less clear than yours, and also her sibilance is more noticeable. I think that's one thing that I've mentioned on the last few tracks of yours, is there was a lot of sibilance in like the S sounds and whatnots. It sounded fine. Okay, she recorded in her own studio. That makes sense. So yeah, there was like a noticeable quality shift between your verse and her verse. Not sure how close you can really get it with the mix. Otherwise, I'd say if she could record it in your studio, it would balance that out. But yeah, that would be the one drastic thing that I would suggest, is hook at the beginning and hook at the end, and just have your verses go straight into another. Especially if it's going to have like that freestyle feel to it, right? Because then it's less, I'm thinking less song structure, more of just like, okay, here's hook, get it out the way. Here's lyrics. Okay, hook, closing it out. So, I'll still give it an 8.5. I think, despite those things that I pointed out, I think those are like easily fixable, easily solvable things. And I don't think that they really take away from the track itself. So 8.5. All right. Shout out Casanova. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but I can say eat, sleep, guitar, repeat. I can say that because I'm educated. Educated black man. All right, here's Funk Minor. Oh, wait. We just got a tip. Hey, shout out for the tip. I don't know why you're just T. That's what confused me last week. I was like, who the fuck is T, and why are they tipping? Okay, since second song. Gotcha. Okay, let's play this one. Then we have a tip from Fallen Dove, and then I'll add that other song to the queue. Let me get this stuff in order. bass guitar is way too loud. The bass guitar needs to be lowered and the drums need to be higher. That's the main thing that I'm hearing here, because I feel like the bass guitar is sitting where the lead guitar is, and mostly I'm just listening to the bass guitar, and your drums are just buried beneath both of those things. So I would make that switch, lower the bass guitar, raise the drums up. Maybe you could raise the lead guitar a little bit, but I think it's fine where it's at, all things considered. Yeah, that's it. Make those adjustments and you'll have a solid composition here. Those are easy fixes. I give this man, it gives me Santana vibes. I give it an 8. I think those are something that you can easily fix. I give it an 8. All right, got a tip from Fallen Dove. Did you want me to play the first song that you sent or the second song that you sent first? I need the Jeopardy waiting music, the second one. All right, so here's a tip from Fallen Dove. This is called Kit Kat.
Cause I'm face around town, he know me when the speaker's loud. Pull up a cup and I fade, taking her ass to Spain. A sip of lemonade, fit with the 8. Beat her chest like an 8. Pussy Kit Kat need a break. Yeah, breath I found my face, but let it squirt on my face. What you on about? So many beds I lost count. Unsure of the exact amount, them haters be attacking now. Your mama dollar hooker got a 100, so she a looker. Get it quiet, how I book her. She my baby cause I shook her. I gave her my lungs, blanket and blood spit up. I fuck her girl, there's no more picture for grubs when I dick her. Pull up in her ass and trade that shit for a pound. Cause I'm face around town, he know me when the speaker's loud. Call my bitch Lee Low, I get that shit stitching, make his body twitch, and I get it clipping. I'm a real hero, her living should be fixing. Fuck on no bitch, call it superstition. Give it a green like kryptonite, kick at pussy, I'll take a bite. Harlan till I see your side, bling on me, you'll like the size. I ain't go around me, but I can see your pain, and that smile that fade to expose me, baby. Give them my lungs, blanket and blood spit up. I fuck her girl, there's no more picture for grubs when I dick her. Pull up in her ass and trade that shit for a pound. Cause I'm face around town, he know me when the speaker's loud. I can't see your face, baby, I can see your tits, baby, I can see your feet. Can't let go of my fears, I can see your face. Hey, your face, your face.
Have you used that hook like 3 or 4 times now? I feel like I've heard those lyrics at least 3 times from you. There's a lot of missing clarity in the vocals here, where the ad-libs are also a little bit too loud. The ad-libs are at the same volume as your lead vocals, so they're distracting. I think that the one thing that you could probably do if you're mixing yourself is decrease the low end EQ a little bit and raise the high end EQ and use a couple of compressors, because it's not that it's muffled, but it just feels very low end heavy. And with the beats that you choose that have more bass line, it's just going to bleed into that and it makes it harder to hear you. So you need to counterbalance the low end frequencies of the beat from your vocals and make your vocals stand out a little bit more. I'm not sure how I feel about the sing-songy aspects. I think that it was easier to make out what you're saying when you were just using regular rap cadence. It just feels like I've heard the song like 3 or 4 iterations of the song, and I'm not sure if this is just like refining an old song and, you know, making a new song or what, but it just feels like I've heard the same song from you at least 10 times, and the content is becoming repetitive is what I would say. Like, where's the fresh like take on what's happening in your life? Where's the fresh perspectives at? Like, if all you have to tell me is like dicking her and, you know, blood spitting out of your mouth, I've heard that like several times from you. I need something new. I give it a 4. All right. Back to the top. Here's Noir. Hands Up. All right, that was Noir with Hands Up. Stick 'em up. Stick 'em up, bitch. Stick 'em up. Put your hands up where I can see 'em, see 'em, see 'em. I like this. I like the bounce to it. It has a very up-tempo bounce, but there's open spaces in it where people could do different things vocally. I like the sounds that you chose. I like the arrangement. I think the mix is solid. Hold on. Let me go back 1 second. Yeah, I just think it's well balanced. Like, I think you do a good job of like knowing when to add things and when to take things away. And I found the arrangement very open-ended. Like, if I'm listening and just nodding along, if everything fits and everything flows well, I give this a 9. I don't have any nitpicking criticisms, do this, do that, and the third. I think it's just solid. I give it a 9. Good shit, Noir. All right. I don't see any Kenny. No Kenny to defend his honor. Oh yeah, Noir, I gotta hit you up about something. I need to message you after the show. If you're still there. All right. Next up, Zax, aka ZG. Here is Doom. Shout out to I need to finish that game. That's one game that I never actually finished going through. Doom and what was the other one? Wolfenstein. Might do some retro gaming soon.
Nico, you know what's up.
That was that. I like this. The thing that stands out to me is all the percussion before the 1 minute mark needs to be louder or more present. Like the snare is too buried in there. There's no hi-hats. Like it's all washed away by the other sounds. I want that snare to be more, I want it to just be more crisp. I need more from the percussion before you get to the minute mark. That's the one thing that's standing out to me. I like everything else about this. I think everything else is fine. I think for your production style, this is different and unique. That one vocal sample threw me off. I don't know whether that's like a producer tag or what the hell was going on with that. I take that out. But yeah, everything else works, man. I just need more from the percussion in the first minute. And probably beyond that as well. Like there's some other stuff that you added beyond that where it stands out a little bit better. So those hi-hats there work, but it needs to sound like that before as well. So all of the sounds that you had before you added that one in, they need to be as clear and crisp as that one hi-hat you have there. Otherwise, I think this is dope. I give it a 6.5. Like it's dope, but it just doesn't strike me as like, oh my God, this is. I'll give it a 7. Fuck it. Protein. Jay Visor. Wait, they're not even in the Discord anymore. Nope, gone. Dwar. Odev 227. Boldy James and Odev. Oh, you posted a full EP. All right, we'll see how far we get through this.
The ironic thing about life is that you are a different person to everyone you meet. To some, you're quiet. To others, you never stop talking. Some remember you for your kindness. Others for the time you walked away. You are a villain in someone's story, a hero in another's. And to most, you're just a passing thought, a name they once knew. You don't exist as one person, but as countless versions of yourself, shaped by fleeting moments and personal perceptions. And here's what's unsettling. You will never truly know yourself the way others do. You will never hear your own laughter the way someone else does.
Just earned another strike.
I am a god. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
From Detroit to Buffalo, we let a smuggle blow.
Soon as the pack landed, I let a couple go.
Michigan back to New York, you burning up the pipe.
I'm turning up the night. I just earned another strike.
90 East to 94, ducking the state patrol.
I had to move safe and low, especially cause my face was known.
Free all my hitters in the clink, just trying to make parole.
I'ma still scrape the bowl to the day you make it home.
Face the pit, 8 them on, get a brick, break it down, hit a lick, take you down, take a city, rape a town. 80 big ones in the ceiling, tell that bitch don't make a sound. 80s baby still in prison, wish that I can break him out. Stood up and he made us proud, told him when I make it out, we ain't gon' have to risk our life no more, I found the safer route. I just shot a kite to bro, we put me on the paper route. Now we on the road, 36 O's wrapped up in paper towel. My witnesses show up in court, the judge, he had to wait a trial. They say I got a morbid sense of humor, but that made me smile. Shout out to my shooter, when he drill you, that's a flagrant foul. Just put in for his appeal, he told me it might take a while. Told him make shit bust some time, just make sure that you make it count. And when you get back out that bitch, don't let these niggas take you out or trick you off the street again. These bitches out here chasing clout. Make sure you double count it, give a fuck how long you take the count.
Hand on my thoughts, dope on my scale, hand on my fork. We hustlers, prices double up when they land in New York. Wait, name a clique with a rep substantial as ours. And the work so good, all the fiends compare you to God. Dope shooters walk my block like it's the land of the lost. I gave back to the ghetto, they never hand you awards. Cool, this for the homies that's dead, ain't in the yard. All them road trips to cop, what got my stamina strong. I got my bitch putting animal on. I got my first brick and cop cameras for the crib and the alarm. 2 O's and a V like that Canada squad. Magic in the pot like I whip grams with a wand. Yeah, this for the money, the hundreds left in the basement. The stash spots we only touch on special occasions. Y'all not up, cause y'all do it just to get famous. The plug hit me back and I've been destined for greatness.
From Detroit to Buffalo, we let a smuggle blow.
Soon as the pack landed, I let a couple go.
Michigan back to New York, you burning up the pipe.
He turning up the night, I just earned another strike.
90 East to 94, ducking the state patrol.
I had to move safe and low, especially cause my face was
read that same hit. let you brush, I'ma comb. Then some handcuffs.
Okay. Old school style, boom bap-ish. Boldy James, I get it. Yep. Dog Tags would probably like you guys. Dog Tags as a producer. I think you guys have some dope storytelling, solid delivery. I think the thing that's suffering just from that track that we listened to and skimming through is just the quality of the vocals. There's way too much reverb slapped into that first track, kind of just like excessively too much. And it just sounds like the vocals are like in a tin can and a little bit muffled. So maybe there's some things that could be fixed in the EQ. I'd have to see what the raw vocals sound like, or, you know, a better mic would go a long way, but not trying to spend money out of your pockets. It's just the thing that stands out to me. If I had to rate just that one first song in the intro, I say the hook is the least favorite aspect of it because it feels a little bit disjointed with the back and forth. It kind of feels off kilter, off beat slightly. But I thought the verses were dope. If I had to give it a rating on the verses alone, I'd give it like a 8. If I had to rate that full track, I'd give it like a 7, 7.5. But interesting combination from you two. Hopefully you say some shit on the Discord or stick around. All right, next up, Hi the Gammy, Piano Iterio. Okay. It's difficult when you hear something that's like, it's fine, but there's something about it that doesn't sit right. And I think those piano plucks, the melody is fine, but the fact that it's so present in the beat and ongoing, it just goes back to back to back to back. It makes it dull. Like it's too much. Either I would extend that melody out to like 8 or 12 or 16. Like if you can get like more variety out of that melody to add some change ups more frequently, maybe not more frequently, but like every so often, so that I'm just not here dun 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 dun. Like it just becomes annoying after like a minute. Like, okay, when is this gonna change? When is there gonna be some variety? When are you gonna take it out? When are you gonna like switch how it sounds? There's just not enough variety into it to keep me engaged, and it makes it more annoying than it appealing, I would say. But everything else I hear is fine. I think just that lead being so repetitive is detracting away from everything else that I would probably enjoy about this. I'll give it a 6 because I think it's fixable, but you got to figure out what counter melody would work to add some balance to this. I'll give it like a 6.5. All right, Mel Nooks. Sounds fine so far. Did Twitch die again? Crap. When those drums and stuff came in, it was just super, 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 super loud. The wind instruments feel quite loud as well. I think the arrangement works. It's just the balance of the sounds. Like there's some things that are way overpowering in comparison to everything else. But definitely that first like drop where everything came in like was kind of jarring on the ears. It's different. It definitely has a different feel to it. I'm not sure what the use case is for this, especially given that you made a 6-minute arrangement out of it. I'll give it a 7. I think all things said, it's still. Let me skip ahead. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, like some of the sounds added to it, I'm not sure that they bring value to it. I feel like you could probably condense this and simplify the arrangement a lot more. I'm fine with a 7. I think there's just work to do if you wanted to streamline this and condense it and just add more balance to like the layers. There's definitely a lot of things that are just kicking in and just overpowering everything else. So just be mindful of that. All right, here's Nara. After Nara, we have Fallen Dove, AB Duel, Casanova, and Tatman to the rescue. And that's it for today. Here's Slime. I don't know what's up with Twitch. I feel like I need to ask somebody, but it keeps dying and restarting. Bit rate's fine. I don't know. I gotta troubleshoot it. Yeah, this sound here, I'm not sure how to place it. I feel like this is the weak point of the track. That main sound that you have as the background isn't really doing anything to keep me engaged and interesting. I think the drum pattern is fine. The mix outside of that is fine, but that main melody is super dull, super bland. I give it a 5. It just didn't give me that Nara feeling. Here's the Fallen Dove with I'm the Problem, demo.
I know I have problems, you got ways to solve them, and I know you want them, but the guys who are hollow, why chase what you got? Isn't how you problem solve? There's more than I thought, so another man you'll call. I know I have problems, you got ways to solve them, and I know you want them, but the guys who are hollow. I hope you had fun, baby, thought you the one, baby, let my change get lazy now, drugs are my sanity. I'm the problem, I know, and you're free to go, leave me in the snow again, screaming for an old friend, leave my sins in the smoke, you'll forget what I spoke. My love, some honeymoon, stammering rings of false truths. Got my finger on my post, the last party I host. In the mirror, my eyes are dull, feels like staring at a ghost. Messages I expect, spam and drug prospects. New deals like Russian roulette, while you had to appear in best. I know I have problems, you got ways to solve them, and I know you want them, but the guys who are hollow, why chase what you got? Isn't how you problem solve? There's more than I thought, so another man you'll call. I know I have problems, you got ways to solve them, and I know you want them, but the guys who are hollow. I hope you had fun, baby, thought you the one, baby, let my change get lazy now, drugs are my sanity. I'm stuck here wondering while my mind is wondering if I could have saved us. Were you the pill or the chaser? Chase back those bad thoughts for some big proof back shots. It's stinging my throat and it's drowning my hope. Green paint on rose canvas lights tinted and dances, shining on myself, how I know, best believe my heart is cold. Thinking of you on your knees for some other guy to please, taking a hit, I lay back, dance reminds me of way back. I know I have problems, you got ways to solve them, and I know you want them, but the guys who are hollow, why chase what you got? Isn't how you problem solve? There's more than I thought, so another man you'll call. I know I have problems, you got ways to solve them, and I know you want them, but the guys who are hollow. I hope you had fun, baby, thought you the one, baby, let my change get lazy now, drugs are my sanity.
All right, that was I'm the Problem by Fallen Dove. I think it's better that I can actually hear what you're saying throughout. It's not like washed away by vocal effects or too much mumbling. The thing about this track is I think you need to be, when you're writing your verses, you need to write it for your breath control. I don't think that your breath control is allowing you to express the tracks in the way that they need to be expressed. And your layering, your punching in and everything is like your scapegoat here. It allows you to just say, well, I'm going to write whatever the hell I want because I can just punch in. And this is the same thing that I told Cyclone is like, if you can't perform, and I'm not saying that every verse needs to be performed straight start to finish, but if you can't read that verse from start to finish in a practice setting, then the breath control doesn't match your breath control. And I feel like your breath control is not aligned to where it needs to be for you to deliver these verses. So it just feels sloppy in the delivery. And I found myself like critiquing how you were saying things more so than I was paying attention to what you were saying. So I would say if in a rewrite situation, like write it so that you can say it all in one take. Don't just write whatever the hell you want because you want to say a particular thing. Write something in particular that you can say in a decent delivery. I give it a 5. I feel like those are subtle changes, but I feel like they may be like an uphill climb telling you to rewrite something. Given that the other track that we heard, I feel like I've heard those lyrics 6 times. All right, here's AB Duel with Unruly official visualizer. I feel like I've lost my audience, so I'm just talking into the void now. Just going through the motions. It's whatever. I gotta figure out what's going on with Twitch one of these days.
What's up, man? Not really much, you know. I just have a wedgie right now, but it's obviously gonna get better once the money's in my pockets and he pulls my pants down. Grrr, grrr, grrr.
Unruly, that's how you do me. Try to love you back, I try, then you lie. You unruly, that's how you do me. Try to love you back, I try, but you lie. Tell me why. Showed you all my scars, I want to survive. Call you up, all you do is decline. Say you care, but you wear a disguise. Tell me why. Tired of the lies, I'm tired of the heartbreak. Gotta cut you off and go my own way. Cause you that's how you do me. Try to love you back, I try, but you lie. You only, that's how you do me. Try to love you back, I try, but you only, that's how you do me. Try to love you back, I try, but you lie. You only, that's how you do me. Try to love you back, I try, but you lie.
Right. That was AB Duel with Unruly official visualizer. I like that a lot. I like the variety that AB has to his catalog. This is one of those tracks where it's not super weighed down with a lot of lyrics. I think the singing is well performed. You know, some behind the scenes footage, not necessarily like top notch quality, but enough to like visually keep you engaged. And I like the fact that, you know, this is one of those tracks where it might be like a dance track. It's more of like a easy listen and less of a like, let me like focus and pay attention to what's being said. Not that he was saying anything that wasn't like up to speed or like, you know, solid lyrically, but it's like one of those things where if there was like a full music video, there would be like a dance scene at the end because he's not saying anything lyrically. He's doing like vocal performances and the hook, but instead he added a visualizer. So it just gives you something to visually watch while you still appreciate the music. Like that's what I mean by he has like a lot of things in his catalog of variety, you know, background music. Oh wait, hold on. Let me give you something to listen to and pay attention to the lyrics. Like I like that aspect of this is like, he's showing you that being an artist doesn't mean you have to like overdo everything. Like there's subtle things that's going on while the track is playing that keeps it progressing without him like, you know, oversaturating himself, like feeling like, oh, I got to drop another verse here. Like you can just get away with doing some harmonies and saying, oh, I'm unruly and extending out the hook in different manners. Like I like that. I like this track a lot. I'll give it a 10. Shit, fuck it. It's probably my favorite thing I've heard today. Shout out. All right. Couple more. Couple more. Casanova. And then Tatman. see how we close it out. I feel like we're gonna close it out on 3 great tracks, starting with AB Duel. Here's Casanova West Side with Chill and Fuck.
Yeah. Hey, it feels good to be back. VLS, West Side. Hey, shout out to VLS on this one. Nerd gang with y'all too. Look, numero uno, shawty, you know you number one. You the only star that outshine the other ones. With your Coke bottle body, let me take a sip. I'm about to get you wet, then I'ma take a dip. Oh yes, I'm going under on my pleasure pieces. Doing things to run your mind, can you believe this? Can you believe that? Oh yeah, how mine gone? The way she sweat up in them jeans, you think I spine gone? Look, baby, you know I'm digging you, I'm blinded. You must be braille, the way I'm feeling you in love is a school, baby. You could be my principal. And I get chills in my spine when I mention you. Write your number down, shorty, call me when you ready. I'll pick up, I'll pull up, I'm ready. She know I'm down, I got you, girl, my heart is heavy. But I just wanna chill and fuck with no interruptions, no. I just wanna chill and fuck with no interruptions, no. I just wanna chill with you. I promise, baby, I'ma keep it real with you, yeah. And I would never hurt you, cause I'ma always keep it to Virgil. 100, yeah, 100, no air blow, no, but I'm an asshole. Yeah, shorty hit my line like, where you at though? She said she wet, like precipitation. But baby, don't get upset, you know I mean to keep you waiting. Let me take you to a place that's nice and quiet, yeah. I know you want a nigga you can vibe with, yeah. And I hope she don't think that I think she a hoe. I know you never did this before, but baby, let's try it. I just wanna chill and fuck with no interruptions, no. I just wanna chill and fuck with no interruptions, no. I just wanna chill and fuck with no interruptions, no. I just wanna chill and fuck with no interruptions, no. I just wanna chill and fuck. I just wanna chill and fuck.
All right, that was Chill and Fuck by Casanova Westside. I can easily say at the end there, I don't want to hear the hook that many times. I would probably like half in whatever you have here at the end as far as the hook, and then bring up this little outro part.
I just wanna chill.
See, that's fine, but like the too much hook at the end is what I would say. I think the song is cool. Second artist, a little bit of a plosive at the beginning, but other than that, solid. I think the only thing that stood out to me about this track is it didn't seem like the vocal clarity was as clear as some of your other tracks. So I felt at times like things were not quite muffled, but approaching there. So I just wanted more clarity out of everything overall. And then the only other thing that I would nitpick on is at the end of your hook, where you say no oh, like I would just hang that note, say no and not do the oh. No oh. I didn't like the 2-syllable version of no. I'd rather have the one singular extended out version. I feel like it would flow or sound smoother in a performance aspect. Other than that, solid track. I give it a 7. All right, last up, your boy Peasy, Hands.
Time can wait, we can just hold hands through our mistakes. Life's too short, going through the motions, wondering if I'ma catch a break. Yeah, it's cold right now, but the flowers bloom by the time we get to May. Don't know where this life will lead, but we'll just hold hands and we'll be okay. Time can wait, we can just hold hands through our mistakes. Life's too short, going through the motions, wondering if I'ma catch a break. Yeah, it's cold right now, but the flowers bloom by the time we get to May. Don't know where this life will lead, but we'll just hold hands and we'll be okay. We just spending time together, riding around with the top down in stormy weather. Unconventional, but we don't need convenience to have fun. Look back, no regrets when it's all done. Hold hands and we dance till the sun's down. We've been on a high and I'm never trying to come down. Mama's on a mission, hoping that we don't continue, but I'm looking at my plate to see our future on the menu. Girl, damn, it seems it was meant to be when we messing up, so we start to cling to each other. We hold tight, cause it just was so right. Our future isn't promised, we just make it through the night to wake up and see the sun shine again. Roll down the windows, it's time again. Leave all the problems behind again. No stress, let's go clear our minds again, yeah. Time can wait, we can just hold hands through our mistakes. Life's too short, going through the motions, wondering if I'ma catch a break. Yeah, it's cold right now, but the flowers bloom by the time we get to May. Don't know where this life will lead, but we'll just hold hands and we'll be okay. Time can wait, we can just hold hands through our mistakes. Life's too short, going through the motions, wondering if I'ma catch a break. Yeah, it's cold right now, but the flowers bloom by the time we get to May. Don't know where this life will lead, but we'll just hold hands and we'll be okay. So hell no, we don't have it all figured out. We're not on a travel path, we just took a different route. All our cards on the table, we swimming through the drought. Girl, this love's like a fable, the story's coming out. Clear eyes, full hearts, no way to lose. Our treasure isn't silver and gold. Sometimes we choose to love everything about the person who finds happiness in little things we brew. No rush though, we can take the bus, take it slow. Whoa, never growing up, we still playing with it. Yo, not jumping to conclusions, just bouncing on the pogo. There ain't no confusion, it's clear like a logo. Maybe we'll make some mistakes, but we'll fix it, cause life flies by and I don't wanna miss it. Don't have all the answers, we just got questions. Let's hold hands, lead each other in the right direction. Time can wait, we can just hold hands through our mistakes. Life's too short, going through the motions, wondering if I'ma catch a break. Yeah, it's cold right now, but the flowers bloom by the time we get to May. Don't know where this life will lead, but we'll just hold hands and we'll be okay. Time can wait, we can just hold
If you
hands
send it
through
right
our
now, I'll play
mistakes. Life's too short, going through the motions, wondering if I'ma catch a break. Yeah, it's cold right now, but the flowers bloom by the time we get to May. Don't know where this life will lead, but we'll just hold hands and we'll be okay. Time can wait, we can just hold hands through our mistakes. Life's too short, going through the motions, wondering if I'ma catch a break. Yeah, it's cold right now, but the flowers bloom by the time we get to May. Don't know where this life will lead, but we'll just hold hands and we'll be okay.
All right, that was Hands. So, Tatman, educate me on you and your boy Peasy. Are you the producer and then Peasy is the artist? Like, who's doing what with this? I read your message. I like the song. I think it has a nice. It does have summer vibes to it. Oh, also Drippy, if you didn't hear me, Q was closed, but if you send it now, I'll listen to one more before I get out of here while I give Tatman some feedback. But yeah, I like it has summer. Okay, you do the yeah. Okay, I like the feel of it. It has a light, approachable feel. I kind of feel like there's like a lot of words in the hook, maybe too many, but at the same time, I think it works. It doesn't feel like I'm over inundated with words because the way that it's flowed makes sense. I like the way that he, used some vocal inflections in the hook, so it has some sort of melody and rhythm to it. It is a little wordy though. The only thing I would say is if, given that this is older, maybe it's just critiquing an old mix though, is I wish the vocals were a little bit more present, just a little bit louder or clear, one or the other. But I think overall it's a good song. It has a light feel to it. It's a nice vibe. I'd say it's a good in-between track. If I put it on an album, I put it in between two things that have significance. So it kind of like resets the feeling. It's an easy listen and not hard to process. I give it a 7.5. I like the production on it a lot. I'd say that much. I like what you did with the beat. All right. Well, that was going to be the last one, but Drippy slid in here and I'm feeling good, feeling great. And Twitch kept dying anyway, so he's probably the only person over there. We'll listen to one more before we get out of here. Here's Drippy K. I Want To. It says he's the first plus the hook, and then his guy comes in. All right. Shout out to your guy.
This is Ace Minor.
You tell your friends that you want me. I tell my friends that I want you. 3 weeks ago, I was thinking about not having no kids, but now I think I want to. Yeah, yeah, now I want to. Now I want to. Tell your friends that you want me. I tell my friends that I want you. 3 weeks ago, I was thinking about not having no kids, but now I think I want to. Now I want to. Now I want to. And with you, I feel so comfortable, girl, when you around. She don't judge me, I can be myself and spoke by the pound. Yeah, baby, I'll be right there when you tell me to lay it down. She tryna hug me, shorty serious, she don't play around. Baby, I'm just curious, will you stay around and just love me? I'm a little different, but I'm showing no clown. It's like I start to get furious when you out of town, girl, I'm not. When you FaceTime me, then I'll lose my little frown. You tell your friends that you want me. I tell my friends that I want you. 3 weeks ago, I was thinking about not having no kids, but now I think I want to. Now I want to. Now I want to. Tell your friends that you want me. I tell my friends that I want you. 3 weeks ago, now I wasn't trying to fuck on a bitch. Now I look up, 3 weeks later, now she follows the trick. Now I don't know what's going on, it really follow my head. I don't know who I can come to. No, I cannot tell you that I do love you. Cause you might fuck around and trying to hold it against me. And the baby, I'm just trying to ride in the Bentley. We come out, they got some of my clothes. Say that's my boss, she know. I got a red bone chillin' with me. I got a bad bitch sitting in the cool. Say I can only fuck with one at a time. But now I'm starting to think that maybe I want to. I'm saying, what's up with you? Friends that you want me. I tell my friends I want you. 3 weeks ago, I was thinking about not having no kids, but now I think I want to. Now I want to. Now I want to. Tell your friends that you want me. I tell my friends that I want you. 3 weeks ago, now I wasn't trying to fuck on a bitch. Now I look up, 3 weeks later, now she follows the trick. Now I want to. Now.
Okay, I get it. Clever use of the line. I didn't want kids, now I want to. TOO to TWO. Clever. Let me gather myself here. I don't mind the arrangement and the effects that you have throughout this. I think it works for the style of the song. I think your vocals are peaking a lot. Like, I feel like your vocals are just kind of like super maxed out, and you tried to compensate for it with tuning it and lowering the volume a little bit. But I can still hear that there's peaks in your vocals a lot where you just hit the maximum frequency range of your microphone. So I would suggest that you re-record and get a little bit further away from the microphone. The other aspect, and I'm not sure how you guys want to handle it, but I feel like lyrically it's just too simplistic. And maybe for this style of song, that's okay, but it's just very, very, very basic. Like, I told your friends you want me, now I want you. Like, I feel like there can be some alliteration, there can be some metaphors, there can be like a whole lot more imagery in some of the lyrical lines rather than just saying things like very like on the nose about it. Let me see if I can find an example.
I'll be right there when you tell me to lay it down. She tryna hug me, shorty serious, she don't play around.
Like that, shorty serious, she don't play around. I mean, obviously, she's serious. We get it. She doesn't play around. Like, give us an example of something that she doesn't play around about. Like, I don't know, you give some sort of thing that we can visualize more so than we can just listen to and like understand and appreciate. So I would say that overall about both of the verses. Um, but that said, I feel like maybe if the vocal quality was, adjusted and fixed, maybe some of that aspect goes away. But that's one thing that I found myself like kind of like, okay, I get it, but where's the imagery at? Like, and I'm not saying it has to be like complex. I'm not saying, oh, you got to be Jay-Z and all this other shit. I'm just saying, like, give us a little bit more details, give us something to imagine, to visualize. That's what I would like to hear more of. But I like the overall sound of the track. I think the sound of the track is cool. I like the background vocals and the layerings and the things that you did. So don't change that aspect of it. Just like give me more with the imagery. Give me something that I can think about, like, oh yeah, I had that same experience, or oh yeah, I can see that happening. Those kind of things. Damn, that's tough, because like I said, I like the sound of the track. I just wanted more images. I'll still give it a 7. I'll say this, like I feel like rewriting isn't a hard thing. Maybe I'm like, oversimplifying it, but I feel like those kind of things, like switching a line up here and there, is easy to do. So I'll still give it a 7. Like I want the track to still sound the same. I just wanted more out of the verse. So I'll give it a 7. Shout out Drippy. The first time I think you've made it while the queue was closed and we're like, whatever, fuck it, play it anyway. All right. But good show today, folks. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. Shout out to Tatman. Shout out Drippy, AB Duel, Noir, Nax, Nara, all the regulars dropping in. We'll be back next Sunday to do this again for the free stuff, and Wednesday for the subscribers. But you can catch us 24/7 on the Discord. I'm about to slide out of here and work on some music myself, so I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Deuces.